century. This is the Black Hot Fire Network radio station. I'm the captain of the day, JOBY. You can call me that. That's how they call me. And of course, Karibuni is sana to where it's a safe space to discuss everything, all your feelings and everything you want. So feel free, of course, to interact with us. For those who are live with us on YouTube, on the radio station, for those who shall catch the show, of course, on Spotify. I hope you guys get to enjoy the show on form of a podcast. And hello to everyone live with us on the radio station, on the TV and on the website. Kidogo musa out kwa TV.
Yeah.
International babies.
I know.
Anyway, Karibuni, so how you guys doing?
I'm good.
Karibuni?
Yes, sir.
The lovely
Thank you so much.
Iweton.
That's good.
What's up?
I'm great.
How you
I'm
feeling?
blessed. Fortunate, excited, peaceful. Excited to be alive today.
Ready for the show?
Yeah, of course.
Tubonge.
Always ready, born ready.
Come on. I heard you today starting with a very high note of you don't want to be around people who have low energy.
That's what I got.
Come on. That's what's up.
High
Yesterday,
vibrational
Monday
energy.
ilikuwa. Monday, every day is
every
something
day.
different.
I told
Monday
you she's
was-
gonna say the whole day.
What I can't remember, I was like, hey, what's going on?
Just new things.
So now today is
Tomorrow
low
is a
energy.
new one.
Man.
Yeah.
Really?
Noise. Monday was noise.
Hey, you know, don't listen to the noise.
Please,
God damn.
Monday was noise.
Today is don't literally
Low
be around people with
vibration.
low vibration.
Right? Yeah.
But it's not
Energy
really
is
low
transferable.
vibration. I'm
Yeah.
sure it's low vibration or they're just going through something.
Not really. You see, like right now, your energy is amazing. It's great. But there's some people you're just in a space that's super like low. Even though you're trying to hype them, it's just so heavy and it's basically transferable. Even though you're trying to be excited, you can't.
You end up being low.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
It does happen. I heard you say that immediately in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, that's very true.
Right?
Because me, I'll get some hata kama we're not okay.
Yeah.
Nikiingia kwa room niko like, my mood is just gonna be shot.
Yeah.
Like I always feel there's some type of way niko like,
Right.
nah, we're in the same room but I know we're not cool.
Right.
So you're acting like we're clear but we're not okay.
That's
You
what I'm
know?
saying.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I get you, man. Low vibrations.
Energy, no baby. No.
Message to the money. Message to the money.
I'm doing good. I can't complain. High energy.
Where
here,
the
guys.
money plans?
If you try to be low, you want to tell you low vibration, not
I'll
close.
peleka huko.
Not
Wamepeleka
close.
huko.
Peleka anasemanga baki huko. Baki huko.
Come on.
That's her.
You're doing amazing.
I'm doing great. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah.
Good to see you too.
Thank you so much. Y'all look great.
You're
You look
trying.
amazing too.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Me, I'm trying. Me, I'm
Yeah.
just living.
Yeah.
Me, Nico too.
Continue living,
I'm
Joby.
being a mother right now,
Oh
so I'm
my-
not allowed to be, you know.
Mm.
Lakini hiyo ni mbaya.
Being a
Just
mother,
say
are you
that.
pregnant, Joby?
I know.
Yeah.
Being a mother, are you pregnant?
to-
Ama nimesikia nini? Nimesikia being a mother.
Yeah. Which is true.
To so many people.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Myself.
I thought you were pregnant. I'll be like,
Eh,
congratulations.
Shindwe.
Oh.
What you mean now?
Galactic
Shindwe.
energy.
Literally.
No.
Shindwe.
You have
Mine.
sex, you make a baby.
Galactic energy, maybe.
Yeah. Oh,
Nowadays we are
osmosis.
talking in astrological linguistics.
I don't know. There's not. I'm talking in numbers. I don't know if you've seen that.
Codes.
In numbers.
I know.
Like you're understanding. I don't know what in numbers.
Codes. It's called
I'll
the
get that
codes.
video and I'll share.
Coding.
it. Yeah, is it coding?
Yeah, where it's you communicate through numbers.
Yeah, oh
it's coding.
yeah.
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 You're
That's
like
what's happening.
27,
Syllabus in a change
3,
video.
498. That means high vibration.
Always. High vibrational energy.
What
Human
means
conservation.
high vibration?
27, 49, 873.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
14,
what
14.
time?
14, 14.
Nice.
0909.
Alright.
That is
We're
Google
trying
Guess
to
What.
talk to you. It's like
Joby,
you should
you
respond.
should respond.
Oh, 1818.
Yes.
God damn.
Yes,
What the
Joby.
heck is that? No.
We're
what-
extraordinary beings.
Alright.
You're coding.
But we're not understanding what we're saying.
What
to
you
each
mean?
other.
I just understood what you said.
That's why you should increase your melanin energy.
Oh my
With
god.
Okay,
eating
what's
more
your-
alkaline foods.
Hey, I understand you're
Yes.
from a very hot topic.
I know, beetroot.
Yeah?
The whole
From
day.
literally the whole day
Nah.
speaking healthy.
Oh my God,
You
that's
should have
yeah.
come early and saved kids' lives, but he's doing amazing.
Really have.
A lot of doctor papers.
Dr.
No.
Sebi's diet.
No, he was drinking a lot of sodas.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you heard him talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
He was running like a whole granny, something like that.
Right.
Yeah,
So
which
that's
is-
a diet for a doctor who talks up more about alkaline foods.
Oh.
So I thought you were saying
But the soda
Dr.
is the doctor
Sebi,
paper, no
but
doctor
it's
paper.
soda.
Yeah,
Talking
Dr.
about
Pepper.
sodas.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Yeah, Keith loved that a lot, but now
Oh.
he drinks water.
That's nice.
He tries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
maybe
hope
some
he's picking
beetroot
up.
juice.
If
Some
he's
beet
listening.
juice.
Yeah?
Yeah. Beets.
Yeah, yeah.
Juice?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like beetroot?
Yeah, I do like beetroot.
Amazing.
I do like beetroot. Ashmani says she
I
doesn't like
don't,
beetroot.
man. I've never eaten that thing.
Ever?
Ever.
Never even have had a taste. I
You
think
should try
I
it.
don't
I
know.
still find it
Sayonara to
weird.
Nico, like,
Actually,
I've never tried. Like,
it's,
I don't
it's
even know why I
sweet
hate
if you
it.
don't pay attention to
Now
the...
the problem
it's
is
really
if you don't
sweet.
pay
Yeah.
attention.
If you don't pay attention to
Right?
the colors,
Yeah.
in a car taste, it's not even tasty.
For
Actually,
real?
it's sweet.
It's
yeah,
really sweet.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
Beetroot is sweet.
Like the juice, you don't even have to add sugar.
Mm.
Never
Yeah.
tried.
Iko na
And
sukari.
nakwambia Nico, like,
It's very
nini.
sweet.
It's nice.
I really don't.
I also used to hate beetroot a lot when I was in high school until myself nikaanza kuona I need to eat
Yeah.
a lot, fruits because of maybe 1, 2, 3 things.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
called
it's-
beets.
Dates, huh?
It's
There's a yellow one, you say?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
yellow
there's a
I
one.
didn't know that.
Amazing,
I've never
right?
seen a yellow one.
I've never seen a yellow one.
Me too, have not.
I think
but
probably
I really
maybe
want
the
to
red
see
one
it.
I thought of
The
kiwi.
GMO.
Something that came yellow to my head.
Yeah.
I'm like the yellow
Kiwi?
paper. I'm a kiwi.
Yeah.
Because they look yellowish.
Right?
Yeah. But
Yes,
anyway,
okay.
karibuni sana to everyone who's just tuning in on YouTube. Let us know how your day is going and how your week so far is. The month of August actually is coming to an end, you guys. Man,
I know.
September,
Oh.
utasikia hapa you turn next week.
Man,
Tomorrow.
please, come with that energy. What is my birthday month? I need
Man,
that energy.
oh,
On
right.
Monday,
Virgo
come
season.
with that Virgo season
I
energy.
read something
what's
here. The Virgos come like the earth belongs to them. Like, God damn it.
You know what's up.
You walking and
I'm
stepping on
excited.
everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You're up?
Libra.
October.
Yes.
Okay, date?
We're very balanced.
Date?
10th October.
Okay.
October 10th.
Yes, our
10.
Okay, we see you.
Balanced
Numbers with the
lady.
numbers.
No, literally.
Okay, everybody's at Robin who's live with us on TikTok once again, on YouTube, on the radio station, on Spreaker, on Spotify, on our TV, on our website. Tuko kila mahali kama nzi.
I know.
Man, and today's conversation we shall be talking about the difference between the functional family and the dysfunctional family.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to understand the difference between the two. But before we get to the Google
Yeah.
and all that, I want to hear, of course, from both of you before I get to give my own side. Because I bet we've all grown up with different experiences,
Yeah.
which maybe for other people, for you, that was a functional family or a
Okay.
dysfunctional family.
Yeah.
The people are going to look at the way you guys run things. They're like, sisi hatufanyangi hivyo.
Yeah.
And also when you used to go to other people's friends, or your
Yeah.
friends used to see them do something, they're like, madangu hawezi fanya hivyo.
know,
Yeah.
You know, so what is your definition of a functional family and a dysfunctional
Okay.
family? Both of them.
For me, a functional family is the one that is raised by both parents.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a functional family.
All right.
Yeah, because the kid gets to experience how, if it's a man, basically how to be a man through the dad, and also understanding women through having that relationship with the mother.
Yeah.
So if one is not there, either of the parents, that can be a little bit difficult. And also if the family has a son, and they
This
don't
is
have
what
a-
Pan-Africanism.
they don't have any man to look up to as a father figure, it can be really hard in your gut. It's gonna affect how they're gonna turn out
Yeah.
in their teenage year, also when they're growing up into being a man. Also as a lady, if you don't have a father figure, it's gonna affect how you view men, have relations with men when you grow up. So a functional family, basically for me, has a mother and father. That's a functional family for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dysfunctional
Without or either.
without or
Yes.
oh you just
Yeah.
mentioned without.
Or
Okay.
either,
Okay.
yes.
Shmani?
Personally is presence of both. Might not be raised like, because some relationship don't work, but if the father is a present father, sees the daughter, there's a lot of broken marriages out here.
True.
But it doesn't mean that if you are a broken marriage, you stay out of your kid's life.
Yeah.
You have to be a present a present family. I've seen people co-parenting really, really well, and it still works. So definitely for me, it's not even growing up. For me, it's like the presence of both parents in your life, and very functional. Like their roles very straightened up. They bring you together regardless of whatever they are going through. So yeah, that is my thought or my description about
A functional family.
family. Yeah.
Before you continue, also a dysfunctional family can be also the fact that you have both parents, but it's a lot of abuse, and also maybe the way the parents are treating you, it's not the way a kid should be treated. Maybe they're basically maybe drug addicts, or they're not present most times. Even the way they raise you, it's not the way a child should be raised.
I agree.
Yeah.
For me, I do take both of you. I agree with both of you's explanation.
Yeah.
I'll go with you as fast. Personally, both of you again. I do believe a functional family is where, of course, there is the mother figure, the father figure. Both of them are very active, and like you added, they must be playing not just even the abuse, but you have to be playing the role of you as a dad, because we might have, yes, they're there, but you're not playing the role of a father. You're either a drunk, you either abusive to the children and the wife, like you said, and you also have to be a mother. You know, are both parents playing the role that they're supposed to be, to make this family a functional family, and the role you both play impacts, of course, this child or children's life, which also for them gives them the room to either act as children, because let's just be honest, we have families which unaendanga kwa wase unaona mtu hivi na behave like, is this a child?
That is so true.
Why are you behaving like this? You know, in an African home, you're gonna get smacked, you know, and as we go on, we're gonna, of course, discuss some of the things, of course, due to what has driven this conversation, some of the things we've seen children doing, not doing, and all that. So yes, the presence of a mother, a father has to be there, but they have to be both playing their roles. A dysfunctional family, like you said, is where we can see normalization of divorce, which is becoming a norm now. You know, people think like it's supposed to be a norm, but it's norm. Again, where a child grows with differences of because wakisha separate, kuna ula naambia mtoi hivi, wanaambia mtoi hivi, so it brings a lot of confusion to the child even as they grow up, and that becomes a dysfunctional family, literally, even for the child themselves. Number one, already, because the fact that while both parents cannot even talk any good things about each other, and it's all about criticisms or negativity, then that is already gone. Gone. But
dysfunctional family also, as you get to add on that, I just remembered, probably by not even being the might be, yes, it is the presence of both parents, but it also their upbringing and how the family function. It can be from even siblings.
True.
You know, if you have like this type of siblings like that pushing you, might also be dysfunctional.
True.
I don't really think it only comes from the parents alone.
Pushing
it's
you
just,
as in
I mean, if you have like, you know, what I'm trying to say, it's not only the parents. For me, how I view it, might be everybody involved around you, the whole family. How is your relationship with
your sisters,
how
your
is your
siblings?
relationship with
Oh,
your
okay.
siblings?
Yeah, because
are they people exactly?
too.
It's extended. Are they people who hold grudges? Are they people who do this? So it's all about their bringing in the whole family.
It's literally everything.
It's literally everything.
How you grow, not just from the child growing, but even to the continuance of their lives, you know, with their siblings and other people around them in terms of relatives. But according to Google, they're saying that a functional family, let's say, is a place where people feel like they can grow together as individuals within the family environment. There is love, there is unity, but also individually among the family members, they like to be there. Let me repeat that again. A functional family is a place where people feel they can grow together as individuals within the family environment. There is love and unity, but also individuality among the family members, and they like to be there. Like you yourself, you like, I want to be home, and I think I see that a lot even with you. You know, most of the people I've seen around, they're like, man, I want to go home, and it's such a good feeling, because you know the kind of love you grew up with, and you can't wait to literally, as much as you know it's there even without your presence, like you just remember the presence of how you guys grew up, the love that was here, what made you to being who you are, and how you reflect to people, and also relationships, like you say, literally. So for me, and I want to go, of course, with one with each again, one of you, before we go to the description of the dysfunctional family according to Google. Personally, I think I've grown up in a dysfunctional family, not a functional one. Because one, of course, my dad and mom divorced when I was very young. They separated when I was young. From that tender age already, walikuwa shanza kupelekana kwa chief. You know, dragging who's gonna, of course, win the case, who's gonna be with me. Eventually, my dad won, of course, and he ended up dumping me somewhere else, not even him taking care of me. So that's why number one, you start by talking, if it's a functional family, even if the father is there, is he really playing the role of being a father, or is he just a father who fathered, you know? So for me, number one, that is a good example of where I grew up with in a very dysfunctional family, because the fact that you, from the very tender age of you guys separating, you are to take care of me, you took me to someone else's hands, you know? You didn't literally, and I was young, sifai kupeano, like nafaa wendo nakaa na mimi kwa sababu according to the chief, I am under your care, not under anyone's care. So I don't know about you guys. As we continue, of course, I'm gonna give much more example, but that is number one for me. My father was never there present. I think I've given so many stories, you guys maybe know, those who don't, but that was never a functional family for me. I don't know about you, Iwaton. Have you grown up in a functional family? Yeah, functional family. No issues. How did you guys used to tackle like family problems? Like could you sit down now? Yeah, because for us we couldn't. Let me tell you, for us to kikalishwa chini, it's lecture. Like my dad could sit us in the dining table, including the wife. Like it's a lecture. You know, being told like, you know, trying to talk calmly on any, but it was a lecture. That is the kind of shit I've grown up in. I'm like Tubonge.
We'll talk about it. Like my mom will basically confront you about it, or if it's something to do with each and everybody, we'll just sit down and talk about it. Yeah.
Did you used to notice maybe when they fight, when they have a quarrel? For me, it was a norm. I could see.
Right.
Yeah, and that's why I remember you guys were discussing about when Dimore said he used to see some awkward behaviors, maybe 1, 2, 3 days. Is like this is off. For him, he grew up in a functional family. And for me, I was like, this is a norm, you know, because I used to see like waongeleshani, literally.
There was that, but not that much in regards to like maybe like anybody else, or my mom or my dad would tell me anything worse about the other person. Not really, because they'll figure it out and then everything is okay.
Nice.
There's no like some awkward moments
Your
which
siblings.
is like, okay, what's happening
Your
right
siblings
now? In regards to
the relationship, tackling problems. Of course, there's that sibling fight and everything, but how did you?
But they'll end up like talking to each other. By
the relationship, you had a very smooth relationship with
my siblings. Yes, because they're older than me.
Shmani, I think for you, you've given so many stories. So I know number one, you've grown up in a functional family.
Yes, I have grown up in a functional family, but again, if we say about the presence of both parents, because part of my life I've grown up with my mom
alone.
Yeah, alone. Because after my dad passed, because my dad passed at a younger age, I was like in primary. So my high school, when I'm turning now into a grown woman, I really don't know if that is what we call a dysfunctional family.
No, really.
Could we put it under dysfunctional? Because it was a present father.
He was.
Yeah, he was a really present father. Same house, same wife and stuff like that. I never saw stuff like, I've told you, I never saw stuff like fights. I would even wonder. Now when I'm trying to grow up, I was like, man, this is like a really perfect relationship, you know. And then when you grow up, you understand, you get into relationships, you see back and forth, you know, the problems you face with your person. And you're like, come to think about it, probably everybody has their own problems. It's just that they didn't want us to see that side. Because I never actually had a conversation with my mom about nini nini. In fact, she was that type of person, if there was a problem, she'd tell you, she'd wait for my paps. Like literally, adikani satano. Like if you had an issue, you'll tell her. If it is like sickness, she'd like do 1, 2, 1, 2. She waits for your father. And then when my dad paps, my paps pulls up, she'd be like, Ebu, come and tell daddy, something like that, you know. So I saw that kind of you know, father-mother type of relationship, the respect between each other and that. And of course, even with my siblings, I just want to say, it's like when you grow up, one thing I've noticed, in every family you tend to be different. You know, when you're young, you're just like kids. And then when you pop to now be bigger people, you have like different personalities, different parts. Everybody's just different. Because if I look at my family, me and my brother, we are like almost the same. I'm like, this guy is like a male version of me. There are things I wouldn't be surprised if it does. I'd be like, I'd do the same or I've done the same, you know. And my sisters tend to be different, the elder ones, probably because of the age difference. We have like 10 years gap. The firstborn and me, and then the other one is 7 years. The last 3 we are like really, like it's 1 year, 2 years difference. So we are like age mates, you see. So there's a difference between also the age set. So we don't get along in a lot of conversation, but that is only after we've grown up and everybody has chosen their own path. But if it tends to be like, this is something I've seen, if it tends to be something that needs the whole family, I've seen everybody coming together despite the differences. They're like, you know, we gotta do this, you know, we gotta do this and this. So that has been the relationship. Of course, there's been back and forth. I have been having issues, and I think I've said this for a long time. As we grow up with my elder ones, my elder siblings, like sometimes we don't communicate as much. But when it comes to like the real deal, you know,
you're always there for each other.
There for each other, like despite everything. Like if you hear somebody sick, hadi come jongea like 6 months,
you're gonna be there.
You'll find each other. Lafu mnaangaliana mko like, you know, hujai niongelesha 6 months, you know, and stuff like that. You know, there is that bond. And growing up also with a mother, something I've also noticed, because as we've been raised with a mom most of the times, and I'm in a family of women, because we're like 4 girls. So there's a lot of strictness when it comes to raising this type of family members. So my mom would go like really hard on us. You know, we wouldn't have like a lot of freedom. Like, hey, you can do this, you can do this. There's always curfew. There's always also, you know, conversation like she comes and tells you, I want you back home. I want you to come back with your sister and have this conversation. You know, there's just strictness in that. But I think it's been like a functional family in a way. Fights happen there, but I also believe we can't actually say that is dysfunctional in a way, because if you're like the relationship between your siblings, but also you tend to find a way back together because of
that's a functional family, because you guys understand, you know, you have your lives, you know, going on. We don't need to be on each other's case every single time. My husband did, my wife did, kind of cases, because I've seen such kind of families literally where sisters update each other about how their marriages is going, and which actually majority of the time tends to actually lead to a dysfunctional family, because you're taking advice from someone who in real sense you're not there, you know. They are your sister, yes, but umse atakuwa in either way to save marriage yako. I've seen such kind of relationships literally where there's tabs being kept about who didn't. I'm from just watching that TikTok video right now where there's this 4 women or 3 women fighting another family because of a plotty nikaa. Nilikuwa nimeolewa hapo, I was married there, then the husband died, and then the other family, because walikuwa ngasha divorce, sisi ndio tumeachiwa ploti. You know, that's such kind of cases. So the other first family who my dad had divorced, but they left us there property, have come to fight us. You know, oh, mulileta nini, hata kijiko amkuleta, hata mafuta sijui nini, and it's just nuggets. Like I've seen that. And if you just going back all the way, if mtu anasikiza ukasikiza huyu usikize huyu ko like, we can unite. We can unite. We're not supposed to be, you know, doing all this drama. We can actually pull it up back together. But do you think
that is because of the absence? Of course it is, because the father is dead. Probably if he was there, he would have, and
if he united these people, you know,
you would have this stuff in control.
Because I think we've spoken about this, where it's always about the man, for him having control about, if you have 2 wives, literally you're the one to make things, you know, zisimame. Umeamua ni wao wawili, they have to know. Say to you, being biased, this one and this one. And if this other, if your children are getting this benefits, my children also have to be getting equal benefits. It's not supposed to be a biased situation. And this way, actually, children grow up with knowing tumepata sisi wote shares. Sote ikifika ni kwa mali, we're gonna still divide, because our dad literally made this a functional family. But for me, going back to my story a little bit, after my mom, of course, divorced, and growing up in so many different areas. I've grown up in Kawangware, I've grown up in Saika, I've been in the village. After my dad and mom divorced, immediately after she found out I was being kept somewhere else, she had permission to come take me only weekends. So one weekend she came, akanichukua nakaenda completely. So hit me, of course, Ocha. Ocha I stayed, I think, for 2 years till the post-election in 2007. Came back in 2008. Came to Kawangware. Of course, I think the first time I saw or had a dysfunctional family, which of course probably you guys have also had that in neighborhood. you'll hear watu wanapigana, you know, the husband and wife just always abusing each other in front of the kids, the kid is crying, or the wife is always being beaten but she can't walk out, she's always coming
always
back,
together, man. The
you
next
know?
morning anaosha manguo
Literally. Baba kama.
man, in Embakasi, man, mnalala tu hivi watu wanapigana kwa plot.
Na kesho they are lovers, literally.
Anaosha nguo zake, anahang kwa kamba. Niko like, oh my god, I used to wonder, like, it's so crazy.
It is crazy.
It is really, really, my god, it is
crazy.
bad.
It is
Man,
crazy.
it's a normal thing in Embakasi.
So the first time I saw that, not knowing the fact that, and going back to the fact that my dad dumped me kwa sister ke, and understanding I'm dealing with a dysfunctional father, now it came to my mom. The first time I saw, apart from just the neighborhood, I saw my mom being hit, and I'm like, wait, what the heck?
That's crazy.
I'm like, what is really going on here? You know, for me, I'm just a child. I'm really confused, and I'm like, wow, this is another dysfunctional family. Now, understanding what we're discussing, I'm like, this is another dysfunctional family. From my dad to this one, honey, just move on and kapeke yako, you know. And I'm glad eventually she did move out, but of course, moving to Saika and many areas I've literally grown up in, I've seen that, especially in ghetto, Huruma. Used to hear unasikia mabati wanapigana, and you just hear drama the whole night. Literally, it's chaotic.
Right.
But the next,
and then anashika,
you know, the next morning she's probably pregnant.
And she's
you know?
pregnant. I'm like, why? It was so.
But it really used to literally bother me a lot. I'm like, man, I wish you can save yourself, number one, as a woman, you know, walking away from this abusive relationship, and also let your child know better, because you're trying to tell your child it's okay, and this is why we see cycle of reputations of relationship, because again, what we were talking about, even from about exposure of women or anyone, it goes back to you not being taught you can have a functional family, you can sit down and have a talk, you know, it doesn't have to get physical, it doesn't have to, you know, you get into kuvunja masahani, you know, where kubeba sijui TV umeenda, you know, such kind of things. So I've grown up with that, of course, in the neighborhood, and I get you. Shwani is umesema umepiti. Have you seen that? What on?
Yeah, I've seen that.
People fight?
In the neighborhood, or maybe Uraskia, or even your friends, maybe who have gotten into maybe relationships. You want to make it work, but the person who met, they're coming from a dysfunctional family.
That relationship, but they don't.
They don't, man.
No, until maybe they realize it, and it's always so sad when someone comes out of that relationship when it's kind of a bit late. You know, maybe something dire has happened, and they're like, okay, I don't really need this. And mostly we see these women, they depend on this man for everything. That's why they can't go. Or maybe the only way they can go back home is go back to the village, and they don't want to go back to the village.
And I feel like that is also something that should also be debated, where men or women, actually, to be specific, and even men, you should dig well the kind of a person you're dealing with, you know, their family background, you know, what kind of a family do they come from, because sometimes utaona msana project vitu zingine kwako like, you know, like, especially in relationships, I've come to note that, like, you need to understand the kind of a person you're dealing with, where do they come from, is it a functional family, what issues, if it's a functional family, is there any issues going on maybe, or maybe is it a dysfunctional family, do they have some certain sort of beliefs, because wase wengi wana growing up and believes that I can't change this, and this is how my relationship should be, because I know nothing better than this.
That is, I feel like that is why when you're dating somebody, you should meet the family members.
Exactly.
And when you meet the family members, probably an introduction. It doesn't mean,
of course, not all the relationships. Man is gonna lead to.
I'm gonna say like a relationship that you are, you know, probably expecting or seeing a future with this person, like it's getting serious.
First thing, ladies. First thing.
Just a minute, kindly. You can.
You know I'm becoming Bogart. You know I'm a Bogart. You know I'm a Bogart my way up in there. But let me say, now, keep your thoughts on. Let me say this stuff. I tell my daughters, if a man ever puts his hands on you, first, you know, you call me. But second, with regular good women, you leave immediately. You leave, that relationship is over then. Because if a man ever puts his hand on you, he does not respect you, and it's only going to go downhill from there. You never allow no man to hit you. You're not nobody's punching bag, and you're not no one's child. You are an adult. So I deal with somebody that put their hands on you, and no. So I just want to make sure we understand that. Because you don't stay in no abusive relationship ever.
So,
Right.
to your point.
I was saying, like, if it's somebody like you see it's getting
A future.
serious and you have a future together, it's really important to know his family members, to know his family, probably visit if you can. And that's why, as a woman, when you grow up, you go visit a couple of times. You just you don't just wake up and marry somebody. You go there like for like 3 days.
Right direction, Mom.
You study like how is this family. You know, you don't stay for long. You like give yourself like 2 days.
You know about the 3 days, but yeah.
2 days, 3 days, and then you come back after a few months again. You check. You know, by the time you're dating this type of person, you know you're involved, you know, and then you'll decide, is this the type of family I want to be in?
I agree.
You know, because sometimes you find the witch doctors and witchcrafts. They
know.
practice stuff that you don't
I don't know about
Their
that, but
brothers are drunkards,
I'll
and
see.
you know.
I don't know about that. But I know the family could be like my grandmother said, baby, you gonna marry these morons?
Yeah.
I saw, as you continue explaining that, when you go meet them, you wanna go over and over again.
Yeah.
Which I was to make a topic, but I was
Yeah.
like, it's not really gonna go so far.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your man's mother not liking you? Because I think personally, I don't think I've met that kind of an in-law, but
Yeah.
I've seen people who really have bad mother-in-laws,
Okay.
like really bad.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't just like her coming around with the son.
That means-
She's always
that
talking
means-
trash
that means,
about-
Joby,
about the
you bet-
daughter or the
you bet-
guy. Like it's either vice versa, you know, either your mother doesn't like your guy, or either his mother doesn't like you. Like it's always.
You better not live nearby then. You better not live nearby.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Like run away with the son. I'm like, bro, you have taken care of your son for 40 years.
know,
I
I was
wanna
gonna
have
say-
him after 40.
I was like,
and
you know-
you're still claiming him. Please, he's mine.
You're not gonna ride
Give
him.
you. Huh?
You're not gonna ride him. That's the first thing that when I saw that quote, I was like, you're not gonna ride him. So you liking me or not, you can't fuck this man. You know, it's either
You don't have a baby
You
with your son.
can't.
Come
You
on.
know, it's either me or he chooses someone else. Literally, either way you can't sit on it. That's it.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
but it's funny because my personal experiences too, the mother-in-laws I've met.
I've never had a bad one. Actually, I've been treated super nice.
Yeah.
To the point where they always feel like, hey, you guys have broken up, come back. No,
Yeah.
your son was no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never had a bad one, but it's kind of like really tense when you're gonna meet
Yeah, it's
the
always
mother.
tense.
Good for
It's
you,
really, really
Somali.
tense
Yeah.
because now you have to play this character.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know why we have to play this character. It gets really, really crazy, you know. And then now you have to be this good person, but for a few hours, you know. And you just hope that they're really good people, and you always know what to say and what say less. Yeah, you're on the series. Say less. Say less. Because
I don't know,
it's
they may be just,
intense.
that's true, say less, but I know my wife's parents hated my ass,
Really?
hated me. Yeah, because they're stupid, I'm smart. They hated that I was real smart. my grandmother was right. Said, baby, you gonna marry these morons?
It is.
Grandma, you can't say that.
It is.
But if you
Go ahead.
if you have like a mom-in-law who doesn't like you, the only thing you can do if you wanna have that type of relationship is first and foremost, this is what you do. Ask the boy, how is your mom?
Yeah.
What am I expecting from your family before I
I'm
come
hoping
and
they're
meet
not
them?
mommy's boy.
Exactly, and he has to be mature because if it's a mommy's boy, that is you already know. You can tell a
Oh,
mommy's
you was,
boy.
yeah, you
No,
fucked up with a mommy's boy. You,
Yeah.
oh man, it's gonna get rough for you.
That's the problem because before
so
you
true.
before you meet somebody's parents, you must have known this person for a very long time, right? You've given yourself time with this guy. Years. I don't know how many months people take. So if he's a mommy's boy, you'll definitely tell when you're still dating even without the parents. If he's like calling his
That's
mom
true.
to confirm stuff, if it's like, oh my mom provides for me, you know, oh my family, you know, that's not a real man, literally. So if you go, you have to ask that question. How is your family? What am I expecting from seeing your family. What are they gonna ask me if you know? And it's always as easy as that. If you find somebody who doesn't like you, just the first time it's gonna be hard, but they wouldn't do. I think the worst thing they can do.
They get used to it though.
If you stay away from them, like you stay a city away.
Don't live by them, somebody.
Yeah.
I live 8 hours away from my wife's family. 8 hours.
Yes,
I-
that's what's up.
And when she went to go see him, she go by herself. I'm not going up there.
We're talking about the fact that the mother-in-law is like she comes to live with you.
Man, that's crazy.
Why are you coming to live with me?
Oh man, that's rough.
Yeah, Nigerians have this thing. Like their mother is going to their in-laws and just living with them, and I'm like, why are you coming to live with? Come for a week or two.
Yeah, true. I just go back. 2 weeks with my mother-in-law.
I'm saying they don't
Man.
mind, right?
If you're in there with another woman, they always tell you. I hate to tell you guys.
Yeah.
If you're in the house with another woman, there's gonna be problems in that bitch.
Every
Yeah,
time.
that's a mom and a daughter-in-law, because the daughter, that's her house. She likes things a certain way, and then the mother will come on and try to dominate what this lady's already put inside the house. It's gonna cause friction because that's your house. It's not the mother-in-law's house.
And they're feeding the
It's your
son,
house.
this is what he likes. What do you mean this is what he likes?
I know what it
And
is.
Exactly.
she's making dinner.
know what he
She's
likes.
making dinner, reading all the dinner plans you had or you've been having for the week. It's just annoying.
Don't you think that that's now the son letting that?
That's what I'm saying. If it's a mommy's boy too,
Yeah.
like
They allow that.
Yeah, they allow that. Go.
like, Mom, I missed your food. What?
I'm here.
What are you
Okay.
doing?
We'll
Let me
come
ask you a
and eat
question.
at
Okay,
your
you guys.
place.
I always does this. Okay, let me ask you a question. And you guys should know that. Okay, you got a car, right? So you're getting in your car. Does your mother get in the front seat and your wife get in the back, or does your wife get in the front seat and your mother get in the back?
My mother stays in the
Your
back. I
wife
sit
gets
on
the
the
front
front
seat.
Period.
That's right.
And-
Now, okay, you got that
and
right.
then of
You-
a day,
You guys,
That's my Kermit.
you guys answered that right. That's right.
and again, this is not even supposed to be a conversation for a
Thank
real
you.
man.
Yeah.
Because if you find your mom and wife fighting over who's gonna sit in the front, you're the
So
man.
you that
Why
that
are you
happens,
always
somebody, I've seen that happen with friends.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. That is because the son doesn't know how to differentiate the boundaries. And if your mom is that type of person and you're a man, sit down with your mother
Thank you.
and have a conversation.
Yeah.
I never used to see my grandmothers coming. They were coming for 2 days.
Thank you.
2
And I should
days.
feel even ashamed for even
And
sleeping over. Yeah.
like in my
Cause-
tribe, rarely they
Yeah,
don't.
they,
I don't
they
mind
shouldn't.
you
They shouldn't
hosting you.
sleep
For me, I don't
over.
mind.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
They shouldn't. For one day, it's okay. But they should also feel. I've seen those who feel some type of way, like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm sleeping at my children's house.
Oh yeah,
I
I've
should
seen
be in
that
my
also.
house.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen
my mom.
that.
Yeah,
That's my
like,
mom.
They should feel some type of way
I've
because
seen
you're not
this
supposed to
with
be sleeping
like
there.
the Kikuyu tribe. Like they don't the sons. They don't really allow their mothers to come and like live with them for more than like even a 1 day. Yeah, if I'm getting this right.
Kikuyus.
Yes.
I don't believe it's all though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Some,
I'm getting
some.
this right. Yeah.
In my tribe, like for example, if I'm not married and probably I'm living with this man, you know, like the traditional marriage, the way it works, my mom can never come to my place. Never ever. Like never ever. Even if I have 4 kids. Never ever. She can never come. If she wanna see the kids, you take the kids to her or you meet somewhere else. Not at your matrimonial home.
Yeah, it's very respected.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. And they don't even talk. Like this can we talk about the relationship between mother-in-laws and son-in-laws? Like
They don't talk.
Like you wanna call your mother-in-law and talk to her for 3 hours, laughing the whole that's my mother. Are you kidding? That's my mom.
Yeah, what are you talking
That's
about?
cool. I mean, you got a cool mom, Shimon. You got a cool ass mom.
Really? Cool as mom.
I
To
really
the
don't
extent,
mind that.
really? Oh my God! I don't even see, like, rarely even my brothers-in-law. They rarely. We see them in burials. Unless we go to their places, we see them in burials and probably in weddings.
Right.
But mostly it's in burials. Mostly burials. Like literally, that's when I see now all of them together. I've never had like, oh my God, let's go. I don't know. Probably it's different families and different tribes and how They are
And that's how
set.
it's supposed to be. That's what I'm saying when you go back to what I was saying, where we have, and I've seen those such of relationships, a sister keeping tabs with the other sister of how their marriage is doing, and which ends up actually ruin the whole relationship. Babu, yeah, I've seen that, trust me. Like I've seen where maybe your life is okay, your husband is treating you good, but my husband is just a no crook from somewhere I picked, you know. But when of course when we started, everything is always super good. Your life is doing amazing, so I'm trying to complain to you, not it's in a way of where I'm complaining about my marriage. I need a solution. Number one, I can't even handle my own relationship, so I need a third party, because let's be honest, we have those people who believe a third party can solve everything, especially in relationships and family included. How many people have you seen going to churches to include a pastor in vitu kidogo mnafaa tu kuongea, ama you call over the mother-in-law ama father-in-law awakalishe chini for you guys to talk. So I've seen that where sisters keeping tabs with each other's marriage, and it ended up ruining the marriage of the other one, because she's feeding new advice that her herself she's not gonna do. At the end of the day, against money, I'm sleeping with my husband, you're sleeping with your husband. You think I'm gonna go on my own bed because of you?
I beg to digress kidogo, because first and foremost, me and my younger sister, we have the best relationship. Okay. And she's like my go-to, my confidant. You know, every time and every time, like even if there is like communication that I'm not told, she'll come and tell me, hey, this is about to happen, you know, and this and this and this. She'll tell me on the low, and then I'll just see it and I shall have known. So she's my go-to. Yes, we are very, very close, and it's good to know that somebody has your back, that I can rely on. If, for example, I'm having a really bad time and I need space off my husband, we are married, stuck with this guy, and my sister is there to offer me a hand, I'll feel safer, possibly because of the relationship we have, you know. I'll feel safer just telling me, hey, know that I got you regardless of this and this. So it also depends with the kind of relationship you have with your siblings. Because sometimes it's really good, but from the dysfunctional families, which we said it also includes the relationship between your siblings, it might be bad because they also take advantage. You see, when you have these family meetings, if you have like really those bad sisters, they'll use that against you. You see the ups and downs you'll have on your marriage. Probably, you know, sisters, like for me and my sisters, we are four, we are women, right? So the two of us are close, the two of them are really close. It just happened like that, you know. So sometimes this one is the confidant of that. If you tell her utaskia, the other one already knows, and I told you, you know, so stuff like that. So probably if you're opening up and you don't have that kind of relationship, you'll find some of that they use against you. That's probably in a certain way. They even talk about your family, but it also depends with the type of relationship you have among siblings.
I agree, because I've seen that at growing up. I don't want to give too many details, but phone calls are being made. Someone is whining about their husband. The information that is being given, literally, destroying relationship.
Why tell the story if you don't want to give no information?
It's my story. It's my story. That's why. But as we digress a little bit on where I was talking about also parts of a functional family or a dysfunctional family also does relate or rely on also how a child also acts, because yes, the father figure might be there, the mother figure, but the child has really rotten behaviors. And I want to give a good example, like growing up, you used to go maybe to some houses of your friends, you see them doing something you guys cannot do in the house. You're like, hey, you guys can watch the TV and your dad is not asking.
Your house was extra fucked up, okay?
Leave me alone, but it's true, because for us milk on a kipika 10, yo bro, switch off that TV. Ulipi tokens. Do you know how much tokens are? So for me, maybe places people are sleeping till. I remember the first time actually I went to my auntie's house when my mom passed away, because my cousins were there. They were sleeping at 3. I'm like, you guys are sleeping at 3 a.m. in the morning. It was a shock for me. I'm like, where? You can never be in our house, you know. So I believe growing up, every one of us, like, we saw some things that were off in other families, which was functional and should be functional. Watching TV till that time, so long as you know tomorrow you're supposed to be in school, by this time don't disturb me. Fine, if you can keep up with your sleep, you know.
You was gonna be up praising Jesus,
you know, like such kind kind of things. So I don't know what kind of things did you, maybe an example of what you saw one time off and you are like, this is something you can't do in you guys' house.
Probably personally, if I start by me, I remember some few stuff. I would used to go to visit other families and see the relationship, the openness between the parents and their kids. Like I think examples like they would.
I don't know, Shimon. Your mama seems to be pretty open. I think you might have misjudged. I think you misjudged your mother, Shimon.
No, I'm not talking about kids. Calm down. I've not said even my part. It's not. Don't relate these stories together. Like for example, like, you're allowed to go out.
Okay.
You know, at a certain age, you know, and they'd be like, we'd be in high school and they go out as we were, I mean, you know, as we'd never be, we'd never see, you know, I'd be like, guys,
my friends
you guys go out at this age, and their mom knows that, and they're cool, and their mom even have conversation, some were even being given condoms.
Right.
You know, I didn't see that, like, those shocked me, you know, and stuff like that. And the conversation, they'd be so open to talk to their parents about everything. They'd never be scared. So personally,
because you're ladies, I don't want you getting pregnant on me, goddammit. That's why I'm not letting you go out.
Yeah, so that is something I saw that was different. I'd be like, this family is kinda weird, or I don't understand this family, because in my mind I know that this is how the family is supposed to be, this is how I've been raised, and then I see something that is mostly it came with the strictness, and also the boys, like from a family of girls, the boys are left, like they can come in at night,
Whatever time.
Us, we would come back at 5. Like after 5, my goodness, you explain where you came from, you know, and such kind. But when my brother was like in high school, he came back at 9, and there was nothing, there's food kept for him. I'm like, who you see amekuja late? Like, why are you not mad? You know, and stuff like that. So I saw that those I saw in different families.
I also saw that with my cousins, like makuzo wangekuja kutembea ma boys, watenda wazurure. Mimi by 5, exactly by 5, uko nimeambiwa sijui kwa wapi. Sasa unasikia the voice you've been talking, unarudi tu kwa nyumba mbio, hata kutafuta ndudhi amba mat penye huko uanze kuenda. Especially if you've gone without even asking for permission. Those were the worst days. Because like, what am I going to say? Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen also even rolling with boys. There are some places ungeenda like girls can chill with boys. If you are found,
there are some who would bring them
at home. You're standing with a boy. It's a taboo. You know, so many things. See what we're waiting for you as
randoms.
Any random, like something you saw that maybe you guys couldn't do in your house, and you saw like, hey, this can never be in our house, or this is.
I think I had a good relationship with my pops because like we had this programs we watch together, like even late at night, just me and him just reading. Like my mom's not there because she doesn't understand the program. But I was allowed to go to like family friends that my parents knew. But it's like, where are you coming from at Kelly's? Who's Kelly? You know?
Even at parties, because I remember even birthday parties going to Ngori for us.
I could go to birthday parties because I have like older siblings than me, so that was like the past. People are a bit older than me, and they could go with to events. Since they're older than me and I'm with them, so I'm literally safe. But if I'm going
how many siblings do you have?
I have 2 brothers and 3 sisters.
Okay.
Yeah.
You will see it?
Oh!
Yeah.
Your daddy was laying that pipe. Your daddy was laying that pipe, wasn't he? Shit.
Yeah, that's what
You're breaking, and I can't
tell you. And I have 12. I'm an auntie of 12 nieces and nephews.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm in a bad area, shit.
Yeah, that's nice.
Fucking Mississippi.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I'm the only one who who's not married and who doesn't have a kid.
Same WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
We are together.
Everybody else like is married with kids.
Together is a win.
We're together.
I don't know if they're highly expecting. Keep on waiting.
Really?
Isn't it amazing? Like my parents have never had that discussion with me.
It's good. We were having that
They're like,
topic yesterday.
you just do your retirement.
Yeah.
Hopefully don't even get married.
Like,
It's so
that's what we're
stressful.
talking
That's what we were
about,
talking
you know?
about yesterday.
It's so
30,
stressful.
when you're almost 30, the
Yeah.
stresses people have. Like, am I
Really?
married? Am I gonna get married? Do I have a job?
Right.
Do I have a well-stable home?
Yeah.
Do I have a stable ideal
Husband.
relationship?
My
you
folks
know?
have never they don't even ask. They're like, you just get your money, girl.
Yeah.
Come on. As you should, man.
So that's one thing I very
It should be a
super
decision you're
commend them.
making on your own.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, nobody should force you. You should be comfortable, ready, mentally, physically, because it comes with a whole lot.
Yeah.
So anytime, where do you sit at? You sit at, do you sit in the, where you sit at? Are you the youngest, the oldest, or what?
The last
The
one.
middle?
Yeah, the youngest.
Oh, you the, okay, you're the baby, okay. You're the one who always got kicked in the head all the time. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, but of course, growing up, apart from what now we've seen, which was a shock to us, growing up now at my age, I think you've seen some things that are offline, of how kids, the relationship now kids have with their parents. It could be a mother-daughter relationship, a mother-son relationship, a father-son relationship, a father-daughter relationship.
Yeah.
I've seen number one of the things is the normalization of kissing, especially mother-son relationship, kissing the son on the mouth.
Oh.
I'm not gonna mention names, but I've seen some celebrities normalizing this.
Do you think it's bad?
It's bad
How
When they're
for
like
a
super
son,
young. When they're young?
When they're young?
young sour, but when this boy is growing up to the point of understanding
Yeah.
you know, some things,
Yeah.
I think at the age of 6
Yeah.
5, that is a boy growing, right? We're not talking about young 2
Yeah.
years 2-3 years.
Yeah.
From the age of I think 5, that is someone who's not grown, but let them now know
Okay.
they are growing, being a man, not being a gully type of thing, because that takes me back to the dysfunctional family now, where we have single parenthood, and which majority we've seen it leading to, let's say, like single mothers, those who left maybe their relationship, decided, you know, I'm a better independent woman and all that, and you have a young son, maybe mliachana akiwa months. This son, the only face he knows is you. You're the father figure, you're the mother figure. But the type of father figure you put in is literally the same as a mother figure, which includes maybe, because I've seen on TikTok, I love using TikTok as an example, someone using their son for makeup, wigging, installation, and all that. And I'm like, by the time this mtoyo anafika by the age of 10, hata kama alikuwa na talent skills zingine, you've already instilled other ideas in this boy's mind, teaching them that being a girl, number one, is okay. And if they don't have that, which they don't have the masculinity figure to show them this is wrong, that's what it ends up to, you know, normalizing of, you wig them, you kiss them, you know, so what do they know best?
Right.
You know, so I feel like that is one. Kissing
I've
of
seen
children just from dorm.
in high school, we used to have, alikuwa ndo Samantha, I can't forget. The mom, so there was visiting days where parents could come to visit their kids. So we had like once in a semester, once in a term. So the mom would come, I think she was from coast region. So alikuwa nakaa alifunga mabuibui. Used to kiss her in the mouth. It was shocking because me, I'm like,
Deep kiss
cheeks.
or
no, but
Who? Is it?
Samantha and the mom.
I think that's okay. I don't see any problem with that.
deep kiss.
Not that, but you know there's peck.
Yeah,
in
there's
the
a
cheeks.
peck.
Yeah.
And there's
And
also a
then
peck of
there
the
was
lips.
that,
Like,
Yeah.
that in the mouth.
I don't think that's bad, personally. for
It was
me.
weird for me because I'd never seen
But I
it. So
feel
we had a
like-
whole discussion in school.
As you do this, you know, because I feel we've debated on this before. I feel like as you do this, you should let the child know the kind of dangers to expect outside here. And I speak of dangers is the LGBTQ agendas. I'm not doing this to show you this is what the society is about. I'm doing this to reflect my love to you, literally showing my love towards you. So I believe if you have grown up with the understanding of this is only a parent-mother relationship, I'm not supposed to turn out to being a lesbian, then fine.
I think also we had this discussion in the whole, I don't know, almost the whole school because it was weird. As we never saw that, I was shocked. But there was also conversation of that is how it has something to do with her tribe or something, or how they say I from where they come from. You know, kiss in the lips, like peck in the lips?
I'd say for me, in my early teenagehood, I got that from my mom.
Okay.
Out of nowhere, I normalized and like, okay,
Okay. I didn't
this
see
is the way
that.
of you showing love this way.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me it was not that something bad.
Yeah.
But I just feel like now, as you get, of course, into the video that we want to share, of course, this lady, and this is not the first one I've seen. I've seen another one on TikTok. Them anashukwa tu funny, and they are claiming this the father and daughter relationship. You know, just some funny, touchy, you know. And I feel like that is, I don't know, because I've seen through the comments, most of the people wanasema the people who are complaining about this behavior are the dysfunctional family, not understanding how a functional family works.
But also the boundaries, you know, people are not taught before you play. I feel like, yes, you can be close. There can be relationship between you and your dad, right? Because for life, we are going to be their babies. Yes. You know, even at this age, your mom still calls you baby. You'll forever be their kid, you know, even if you have like your own kids, you'll still be their baby. So at the end of the day, this is like going to be your baby for life, you know. But also, as you grow up, there is supposed to be like understanding that this is a girl, she's getting into this type of age, or this is a man, is growing into a man. You know, this stuff of, I saw this like, you know, when we grew up, because we grew up in a home, when now my brother is growing a little bit older, he was built for a house outside our place, so he could have his own privacy. And as we used to live in our own compound, so we used to like, so because we are girls, we used to like wear like really short stuff. Sometimes even panties, because we are in our own compound. Kuna joto, unajua mtu ametoka kwa gate. Mpaka kwa nyumba, right? It's really hot, it's really hot like the coastal regions because of the lake. So mtu ametoka kwa gate, that's my sister, na ngoda na bra. And then one time my mom comes and sits with us. As we didn't know what was wrong. I didn't even notice, because my brother is young. I didn't even notice, oh, he's turning into a man. Because nimemwosha, niliona dudu yake akiwa mtoi. You know, I've seen that, you know. So in my mind it's gonna be that letting him get into a man was kinda hard. Even when I see, even with my family members, you know, sometimes there can be treatment. So there was a time where he'll try to explain himself, and everybody still be like, has that picture of we bado ni mdogo, we bado ni kijana, we bado ni mtoto mdogo, you know. So when my mom came and sat us down and told us, hey, listen, your brother is not a child anymore. So I want you guys to stop wearing all these things.
That's decent.
Yeah, she was like, history ya kutembea, you know, we didn't see it as a big deal, you know. I'm like, he's still a kid. Na kumbe anaenda akiingia class 7. Anakuwa mwanaume, unajua. So we had to like change that until it was built for his house at a very younger age. It was built for his house where he would just have his own privacy. And my mom doesn't go to that house. At a CC, you can't just walk in. You have to knock.
Respectfully.
Yeah, you have to knock. You have to understand this person is growing into a man. There's boundaries between also man, the mother and the son. The same way there's gonna be boundaries if my father, like even having conversations, for example, like periods. I used to see, because at a younger age, I used to see my sister's periods out in Meanza, right? And they were never embarrassed to have that conversation. In fact, my father was the one that was buying all that stuff. The pads, everything. It was not question. My mom will be like, "Kendo mbeda dia unataka pads," you know? And it was not embarrassing. Because me and my kid, I remember to watch TV, kulikuwa na ikitia always advertisement ya TV. So my sisters washaingia dole. Wananyesha, mimi sielewi, si ndio? So mimi niko naimba hiyo ngoma jo. Kwa table, like I'm even dancing.
Nimekumbuka juzi ya
my sisters are embarrassed.
Right.
Yeah, they are embarrassed, like ikifika hiyo ngoma wako embarrassed. Mimi sasa wakakuja kanieka kakambia. Mimi naimba hadi na dance hadi niko tu hivi. You know the way the advertisements used to be nice. And they're so embarrassed in a type of way. I didn't understand till I was like, oh, okay. Washaanza kuingia dole. Oh, there is this bad sasa wameanza kwa sasa kuna hiyo kuna some weirdness when it comes to now the father and the daughters, you know, when you, so there's always that boundary. Just the other day my friend was going to see the daughter. The daughter is now turning into a teenager, like ako 12. So ananiambia, sasa nimeenda kumwaga kuna matiti. You know, so
Yeah.
hadi wakitaka kupiga picha apigi picha na hivi
Anymore.
Yeah.
hivi anamshika na huku
Yeah.
because I feel like now she's turning into an adolescent. You have to respect that. You know,
That's
you
true.
won't have your father coming to you and
Of course.
you're playing. You know, there is that kind of respect, and I feel like that is something you're supposed to like have or relate with your kid about. Yeah, it's very, very important because people don't know
Yeah.
that boundary so much, and that's why kissing your son, it becomes something that is off. People like, why are you kissing that grown-up man, or why are
Yeah.
you kissing your daughter, why are you like this with somebody? Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So I'm gonna share this video, but before that, shout to John Mosquito.
Hi.
Karibu Sana, hello to you too. He says, I'm just from TikTok. For the past 2 hours, fighting and arguing with bootlicks on TikTok live. Come on, show them the fire, you know, show them that black hot fire. But thank you so much for tuning in. Today's topic is the difference between a functional family and a dysfunctional family. A functional and a dysfunctional family. And we've just given our differences of some of the things we've grown up, you know, how we've grown up. Lawton says she's grown up in a functional family, dysfunctional family. Personally, I don't know about you, John Mosquito. Have you grown up in a functional family or dysfunctional family? And also, we're getting into another segment, still under the same debate, but sharing some of the off behaviors of functional families, like, you know, parents kissing children, you know, having some off behaviors like this video right here I'm about to share. So lucky for those who are with us on the network, they can see the video. Shout out to every one of you, I see you there. So this is an example of according to majority of those who are in the comments, a functional family. A father just, you know, tickling you. Your father tickling you, hugging you, kissing you in a respectful way, of course, not in the mouth but on the cheek. So I don't know, according to, I'll start with you, Aton. I don't know if you've seen the video,
Okay.
but this is the video. That's the father and the daughter.
So lovely. So what are your thoughts regarding that? Because maji kuna watu kwa comments wamejangori, kuna watu wanasema sisi wenye tujagrown at this kind of relationships tuko too bitter, you know.
Right.
And maybe siko bitter. I
Yeah.
believe this is normal.
Yeah,
and
it is.
It is normal.
normal.
It depends again the kind of a father you have, what kind of relationship did they have, also growing up. It goes back to literally generations, because unless you change the cycle, you can decide to change the cycle.
Definitely.
But majority of our families, our parents have decided to go with the same mindset that they were raised in.
Yeah.
You know, being tough, you know, you don't need to be friendly with your daughter.
Yeah.
What is your, you know, child supposed to tell you?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Iwaton?
I don't
Before I
think
get to the
the
comments.
hugging or the pecking on the cheek,
Okay.
but not the tickling. Like, no.
Alright.
That's a no. Like,
Okay. That's too much.
no, paps. I love you, but don't tickle me. You know,
Yeah.
Do you hate tickling maybe in general or just not from him?
not from him. Like,
Okay.
no, my God, don't tickle me, Dad. You know.
Alright.
No, but you can hug me, of course. I hug my dad.
Shooms,
We kiss each other on the
peck, the
cheeks.
cheeks.
Yeah, we talk about different conversation. We're very respectful.
Can you openly talk about your relationships, maybe with your
Yes,
parents?
yes,
like having a
definitely.
relationship.
Yeah.
I've seen this man is like this.
Yeah,
Nice. That's nice.
definitely. We have that open communication with him.
All right.
Yeah,
So
and he's
they-
always looking out for me. Yeah.
So Shmani, what are your thoughts?
I feel like it's so lovely for me. I am watching at it smiling, like in an ibamba.
Yeah, it
like,
has
man,
some
yeah, it
smile
has
in
some.
it.
It has
Yeah.
like, oh, this is so nice to
Yeah.
see. And from somebody who hasn't like grown with a father,
Yeah.
sometimes you miss this type of stuff
It's
when
so
you see.
true.
You're
Yeah.
like, man, if he was here right now, I'd be having this type of relationship with him and stuff like that. But again, I think I've talked about the boundaries that is there.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is really, really. I feel like people in the comments,
Yeah.
when you read the comments, because I was looking at the comments, the people most, and I feel like some of I don't say African because I've seen good relationship between
Yeah.
family members,
Yeah.
fathers and stuff. But there are people who have not grown with this.
Yeah.
So when they see this, they're like, this could never be my dad.
Mhm.
If you've grown up in a family
Yeah,
of
it's
strict parents, so unajua wale hata you know there are people who have never even seen their father's love. They have like
Yeah.
these serious faces
That's
all the
so
time.
true.
You don't even know what time is happy, what time is sad.
Yeah.
Is he gonna beat me if I say this? You're very conscious around them, you know,
Yeah.
even your mom. So people who have not seen this, who have not
Yeah.
gotten through this, they're like, that would be my dad.
I
And
know.
some people like that coming from a very strict African
That is so true.
family, you know. And I feel like most African families, we've been raised like that. Like there's a lot of strictness, hakuna a lot of openness
It's
when
so
it
true.
comes to even conversations, when it comes to affection. The people don't even tell their parents I love you.
It's so true.
You know, hadi wakiambia wazazi wao I love you inakaa weird.
Very,
You
I
know?
It's
Exactly.
very sad.
It's sad,
Yeah.
right? Because this is somebody you care for, and you're
Yeah.
supposed to express your thoughts,
love.
your love with words, with affection, and everything without being judged out there.
Sure.
So I feel like it comes also from the upbringing of a lot of people.
I agree.
Most African families have not seen this, so when they see this from an African family, me naona exposure from this, a lot of exposure. You know, when you have exposed parents, they wouldn't like just be there. They know, oh, this is how you do this. This is how you do. They've seen a lot. It's not that ufai kufanya hivi kama mwanamke, ufai kufanya hivi kama mwanaume. So una grow up na hiyo. Kwanza watu wa ushago wasemangi ndizo vitu sana. You never hear
So
them being
true.
softened because they've not seen a lot in life. You
It
know.
also has some like you can't even like chill with your dad in the same space.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I understand the respect, but sometimes you have to talk about things.
Man.
Now that was me. I've grown
Yeah.
up with that. My dad alikuwa anaingia, me and my sister we go to the bedroom.
Yeah, ni
Like
mwana
we can't
mstari
sit in the same room na yeye
Yeah.
because number one akifika ata switch TV. You guys
Okay.
of course mta watch the same shit na yeye.
Okay.
You know, if he's not definitely on his phone, ni TV he's gonna pay attention. So you're gonna put chenye anataka kuona.
Yeah.
You want to watch sijui soap operas, sijui nini
Yeah,
nini.
me and our moms used
At
to
you
wait.
guys time.
When I used to even tell you, daddy and alale sasa tuachie TV to change channels. And then we'd sit with my mom and my other siblings mpaka saa sita. My dad would be like, hamjamaliza hizi vitu zenu.
I'll give props
You
to my
know.
stepmom for some reason. She used to actually stay up late at night with us. Sababu mimi nilikuwa napendanga kubuy animation sana, ma
Yeah.
CD. Hizo time kwa watu na ma CD sana before the internet and everything. So I used to like any new animation, I'm putting them on my siblings and her because she
Yeah.
loved also animation.
Yeah.
So nikipata tu animation mpya niko like leo tunakaa mpaka time tunataka kwa sababu she's not gonna go to sleep. She's gonna keep us company. I'm like, yeah. That's it. But mkiwa peke yenu, yo bro, sema your TV go sleep, man.
But
I remember there's a time we were really in a bad situation with him. Like he really literally abused the shit out of me. Like, hey, calm down. Ni tokens too.
I
That's
know,
it. And like lights ziko off. Before him it was you can't have lights on, you can't have the TV on. So do you have what on? Or like, where's our bye?
Right.
You know?
my pops was a disciplinarian. So it was like really strict, my god. And got those dads, in his good days he was like really good. Like really good. You'll be like, damn, I've missed to see this side. But in his days he was like really strict. Nula alikuwa anakuja ukisikia pep pep kwa gate. You know that's him. So everybody would run, unaosha mguu, and then you take a book.
Okay.
And then mko like mnajifanya mlikuwa mmesoma. And then I had usi sangu alikuwa mtiaji. So if anafungua TV mlango sasa au alikuwa anacheza. Unajua au alikuwa nje wanacheza sijui na kina nani and stuff like that. So it would be like really strict. You'd like punish us in like you know. And then tena ilikuwa esto at a younger age tulikuwa watu wa estate. We used to live with a lot of people, probably 20 houses, nyumba za municipal. So in the whole municipal county, then ilikuwa disciplinarian. People would come to my paps with their kids for discipline. Sometimes he'd beat them, their kids, and the parents gave him permission to do that. So you can imagine you were living with him. How much beatings would you get? Like it would be like really thorough beatings, akukwa na kucheka. So I remember most times sometimes it'd be like, you know, when he comes, everybody's just busy. Like there's just tension, there's just there's fear. kuna
Yeah.
kafia fulani that
Yeah.
they instilled.
Yeah.
You know, hey, man, it's just some serious stuff. 1 minute you're laughing, happy, and then unasikia tu pip, hata akiwa na good. So you study his moods first.
Yeah.
Unasema, leo ako hivi sawa, tunaweza cheka, tunaweza fanya all that, you know. But in those days, it was just, umefanya nini? Oh, just serious. So I believe when you see that, a lot of people have grown with the serious African, like no laughing, no doing, you can't even chill, like you even having like trips with family members. It's really, really nice. You know, you take a trip with your family. I've seen a lot of people doing that right now.
Sundays used to be for families.
Yeah.
Zico.
Yeah, Zico.
How many though?
Right. I feel like right now families. Yeah, but again, I feel like right now, because we always say this, at our age right now, our mothers raise their families the way they wanted. The way I'm gonna raise my family is not
different.
It's gonna be different. And the way my kids are gonna raise their family is gonna be different. So with our age, I feel like there's a lot of exposure. There's a lot of knowledge out there. So there are things that are gonna change. Openness, you know. But again, look at it from a perspective. Families, weekends are gonna be for families. But again, there are a lot of broken families. You know, at this younger age, marriages don't last. Divorce rates ziko mob. So that tukisema functional families, itakuwa wewe na mama yako mko tu wawili mmeenda out, and then mrudi, you don't see the presence of a dad. So that's also not, you know, that's also kind of dysfunctional in a way.
Yeah, but as we get closer to winding up, I want to go through the comments very quickly and see what people had to say. So one of the comments I bumped into, which of course made us set as the topic venye tumeset ni alisema the dysfunctional family, attacking the functional family. Like she tried to describe this as a functional family. Literally, this should be a norm. And another one says that this is just a dad seeing his cute little baby girl hajakubali she's grown. And another one also says what were dysfunctional families wanaona ikiwa wrong. Another one says wengine wenu hata hamjamaliza watch video mshaingia comment section jamani. And I also see DJ Shiti saying Mzembugua please behave. Shout out to Mzembugua. Is it real life or just home?
I don't know.
You remember Mzembugua?
Yeah.
From Vitimbi.
Was it Vitimbi Makutano Junction?
Makutano Junction, one of the
Yeah.
god damn good times. Mekumbuka mbali KBC.
I know.
You watch Vitimbi?
Yeah.
Vioja Makamani? Na alikuwa anasanga Nyasukuta.
Na Tausi?
Tausi.
ndege yangu.
My sisters watch that.
My sisters too, they were, but we used now to watch with them, but that was their time.
Oh
Tausi.
my god.
And
Good time.
still what? Right. This is in TV za Tasagana, ilichukua 7 years kwa TV. Yeah, my queen, The Bold and the Beautiful.
You watched Rebecca?
Yes, I watched, but Rebecca was
The
now.
Bold
The Bold and the Beautiful
oh
took
my
years. You
gosh.
remember?
I even watched it.
I know.
I didn't follow it, but
Yeah, but-
everybody, even my mother,
I
was
know.
watching that
For years
thing,
and years. Ilichukua like 65
and I
years.
did not follow
I
anything.
did not follow too.
But I knew it was repeated like for years.
For years, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. But I also see another one says you mwenye mnashuku father daughter love awana baba. You wanashuku yeti awana baba, and of course the comments go on
But you
and
know,
on and
Joby,
on.
as we say this, I think we've shared this video before, and of course we've also played, this was on the Black Kings frequency,
Okay.
a confession where it was so saddening. This is a Kenyan. Probably or easy to the radio za kupiga. So this guy calls this radio woman calls this girl.
Okay.
Says, for example, calls Shmani, right? Says, Shmani, your husband has been suspecting you and your dad.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember, it was so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, my father does this for me.
Yeah.
My father does this for me. So that's why you see some kind of comments
That's
like that.
true,
Because there's
because
also
of
that,
such a
there's also
conversation.
incest that also exists. So
Yeah.
when people see that,
know
I
the
think we
video?
are a rotten society. it's the society that is rotten so much
Yeah.
that people don't even know the boundaries. People don't even know what to do and
Yeah.
the relationship you're supposed to have, because that was so heartbreaking. Everton, the chick is talking about how she's comfortable. She's
Sleeping
been
with her
sleeping with her dad
dad.
for the past 2 years,
Sleeping together.
like you know, getting intimate.
Are you kidding?
Yes,
'Cause
and
he
she
has
was,
money.
and he pays for her
And kwa
house.
sababu he spoils her mom, na mbona yaspoili.
You know the way she can be in a space where she's like, I'm taking a trip with my father to Mombasa. They've left the mom,
Literally.
and then she's like a mom's
And
co-wife,
she has a boyfriend.
and she has a
it
boyfriend.
was
so
the boyfriend who suspected.
yeah, the boyfriend is the one that called the people from the
Radio.
radio,
That's
and the girl
sickening.
from the radio was recording the conversation with her,
confirmed.
and she was not even like
Shaken.
sorry or shaking. She was like, "What you going to tell him? I don't want him." And
That
my
is
dad, imagine, and even started
Disgusting.
comparing the size of the penis.
Pathetic.
It was really bad. So you see, when people see that and videos like this with the rotten societal mind and perspective, people would think it's something else. Some are genuine. Some relationships are
Yeah.
genuine. Some parents show love, showcase love. I feel like even in this video, I feel like she's just growing up. She's trying
Yeah.
to be shy.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
unaona ko. But you know, the fathers will only see as their small girls.
Sure.
You've never seen a broken father? Come to your father, an adolescent, and you're pregnant. That man would cry.
Thank you.
They're like, you wanna who spoiled my daughter? That's why you
Yes.
find a lot of people
So
go to
true.
prison.
Yeah.
The fathers will arrest these men because it's like, you spoiled my little girl.
That's true.
You know, this is my baby for life. So the father has that
and
perspective.
they're
This
so
is my
protective.
exactly
My
very
pop's
protective.
always been so protective, like the strict father, literally,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, I've seen that. It's like that's what Shumani's talking about
Yeah.
right now. Like, the love is like too much, and the factor of a girl growing up with a father figure is so important,
Nice.
because
Yeah.
you understand how a man should treat you,
Yeah.
how a man should love you,
Mhm.
and how a man should uphold you
Sure.
as
Yeah.
a lady.
I feel like for me, as we wind up, what I
Okay.
learned from my dysfunctional family, first number one, growing up, of course, with my mom, then coming to meet my dad later. Seeing my mom's relationship, number one, I'd already known the kind of ideal man I want. I don't want a
Yeah.
man who's putting his hands on me, like he
Also,
said.
yeah.
I don't need a man who's disrespecting me. I don't need a man who actually cannot or is gonna question my worth.
Yeah.
You know, make me
Yes.
feel some type of way.
That you're not enough,
You
right?
know, yeah.
Yours, your self-esteem.
Exactly. I'm not gonna allow any man who's gonna make me feel insecure. I have to be
Yes.
actually very sure about you,
Mhm,
because
thank
what is
you.
you making me feel insecure?
Yeah.
Why? And I've learned also, you can walk away out of something that is not benefiting you. You know, at any given time.
Yeah.
Literally, it's not a mass.
Any-
It's not a life to
anytime.
death
Yes.
situation. Whoever said "Sijui, till death do us apart," not when you're being abused.
Actually,
in a
I
marriage.
don't know.
You
Till
know,
death do
or
us
not when
part,
someone is
no.
mistreating you.
Yeah.
You're not there to be a baby bearer, just
Yeah.
giving birth. You know, you had your life going on, you had your shit going on, and this is why I love keep on saying, any woman who gives birth should not stop their shit going. She should not stop being sassy. You should not stop looking beautiful.
Yeah.
You should not still stop looking sexy. Not
Yes.
to actually
Yes.
like attract other men or to be disrespectful to your partner.
Yeah.
But it's because you're the shit. Okay?
Yeah.
And you should act like you're still the shit. You know, you still
Yeah.
actually still maintain yourself in a relationship
So
and show
true.
this man, and again, not to be disrespectful, with or without you I can.
Actually, it's true, because
You
they
know?
found you like that. And
Exactly.
you continue to basically raise your feminine energy. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I learned, I think, majority from my mom's relationship, and same meeting my dad. I saw the type of men literally we have outside here and the type of mindsets we have, majority, especially from our parents who have grown up with the same. Because I'd say with my dad, he's been raised evil, because I've met my grandma. My grandma named Tutu, very, very rowdy, like
Yeah.
very, very rowdy, like, you know what I'm saying, to grandchildren, she doesn't give a about grandchildren. Sisi venye grandmothers are excited about grandchildren.
I know, man.
Sisi tunakwanga tu ni mkona pesa kama hamna, like you're not helpful
Yeah,
to the
sometimes
family.
I want to give
The
back
last
for
time
my mom.
the last time I had a call literally
Yeah.
with my grandma was about money. I'm like, bro, I want you to try have a talk with your son. You know, you can't be this and this and this when this and this and this is pending. Can you
Yeah.
try have a discussion with your son why I left home? Once you have the facts, come talk to me about 1, 2, 3 things. No, you know, forget. You know, you should send me money. I'm hungry.
God.
You know, 500 is gonna be enough. hata niulizi niko aje hata kama niko na chakula, you know. So I learned a lot from both my parents, from a dysfunctional family. Personally, of course, I want to have a functional family. I want to have my marriage together. I want to understand my kids. I want to listen to my kids. I've seen something today on TikTok, nikajikumbusha tena, have kids when you're ready. Oh my God.
Always.
You know, nimona, as we wind up, nimona mse fulani, it's like a teenage growing girl. I don't know if it's an act, but it looks so real. Even if it's an act, I believe this is happening in reality.
Yeah.
A teenage girl, and of course understanding those families who have also grown up again functional, where you can give your daughter a phone, they can use a phone, you know, having their own space because sababu wana grow. Of course there's restriction of don't, but teenagers will always be teenagers. They're gonna go where you don't want them to go. So apparently this teenager has a boyfriend, an online boyfriend. This online boyfriend called her when the dad was there, so she was not picking because the dad actually is in the presence right now. So when she picked up the phone because it was ringing too much, na nauliza nani anapiga, the guy, the online boyfriend, is very aggressive. Why aren't you picking up my calls? No. So the guy says, hold on. Who's that talking to you like that? Why are you allowing someone to talk to you so aggressively? This is not how I'm raising you. I'm raising you to have men who are gonna literally understand your worth. You know, not someone who's why are you allowing someone why are you allowing someone to talk to you this disrespectful? She lacks words. She of course says it's an online boyfriend, and I'm trying to look at the patience because I even went through the comments. I'm like, it's the patience that this guy has, because hadi mimi nilishikwa na hasira mtu yake try to explain why she has an online boyfriend. It was not making sense, and the way the guy is calling repeated because he's repeatedly calling
online man.
He's repeatedly calling, and this guy says, I'm the dad, you can't talk to my daughter this way, I don't know you. You know, so he goes ahead and asks, have you shared the address? Maybe because Babusha share number, umeshare address pia? She said no. So it's the patience, and it reminded me of when you want to be a parent, you have to have that patience. Because what I saw in that man, I'm like, God damn. Ningekuwa uli budangu, ningekuwa probably nimepigwa. And I also tried to put myself in the same situation because nimesikia asili imenipanga like, but she's just a child. She's just trying to explain. And this is why you need to be ready to have kids.
Very protective.
You have to be ready.
You gotta be ready.
You know?
Always.
So I've learned a lot personally, of course, and I'm still learning even in my relationships, literally, because you get better as you grow, literally. Because if you try to look at also maybe our past relationship, your past relationship, the guys I had say, nobody wants, you want nothing to do with your ex. They're no longer your type.
I know.
You know, you want better and better every single day. So as I grow, I'm literally aiming and know the kind of ideal men I want to chill and be with.
High value men.
Period. So those are my closing remarks, literally.
Take care, guys. Have a beautiful evening. Remember that you should keep shining and keep being melanated. Take care.
Right. My closing remark is that you write your own page. You raise your kids the way you want. We are very knowledgeable. We are very exposed out here. We've seen a lot. Despite of you having a very bad relationship or a dysfunctional family, it doesn't have to be that is what you know. You can have a functional family. Decide on what you want and raise your kids in the best way that you feel. You know, don't
the way you want to see
them.
I think the right word is to see the better version of you. You know, because growing up, I believe kuna mistakes so umefanya utaki mtoi wako afanye. So it's
but again, you
raising
can
them to be the better version of you.
Them.
Of them and also of you.
Because when you say of me, probably you know there are parents who want now because I failed this, they push their parents.
Like what she's saying is like maybe some things you
what you did wrong,
also
you want them to tap into them, you know? Like kama places uliambiwa wezi kanyaga, usho mtoto wako anakanyaga.
Exactly, and that's why it goes back to, I always say, listen, I'm working all this for me and my kids and my next generation, you know, because I want a better life for them. If there are things I didn't make to do as a child, I want my kids to have the best, you know. So each and every day, want the best for your kids. How you raise them, how you treat them, how you provide for them. Always give the best that you can give as
and
a
actually,
parent.
imagine I feel like you grow, and I want to give a shout out to your mom. I feel like your mom feels like a proud parent for raising really responsible people. Because I've seen parents who end up feeling very shitty, like ni watoto wa gani,
I know.
you know, but it goes back to also them, the way they were raised.
Yeah.
So of course change starts with you.
Yeah.
It's what you're gonna
Always.
instill in your child, even for them when they grow, and as you grow
Yeah.
older, as they grow older, as you grow older, you become super proud of yourself for being a mom. That's why you
Yeah.
see moms who actually, I love Amber Ray. I love Amber Ray as a mom and as a brand.
Yeah.
I love the way
She's a
Amber
good
Ray
mom.
expresses her love for her child. This
Yeah.
the son wa kwanza.
Yeah.
Like it's all there, you know. I'm making the world know I love you, and you shouldn't be ashamed to be my son and to be, you know, me being your mother.
Yeah.
And such kind of relationship, personally, an example, my dad told me, sawa mini budako, naget it. And I was like, where sawa ni budangu, for real, kama ni hivyo. So that should actually not be what is normalized. We should have this kind of openness of love. We should be very
Showing
norm,
love, yeah.
you know, showing the love to your sons. People should know I love my son, I love my daughter.
We shouldn't even be in a society of people now doubting this kind. It's supposed to be a norm where it's like, oh, that's just love. Not even a
I
conversation.
feel like
of,
why we
is
have
it not?
really happy grandparents, to be specific, which I was very happy.
Oh,
Like and
grandparents
their
are
love,
always happy.
yeah, not even that. Number one, them as a couple being together. That was, I think, in 2020. I went to one of these two grannies when we went to eat a lunch, and I saw nothing but love at her old age. Nico, like, you guys are so in love,
I know.
you know.
Love
As much
exists.
as you age, one are turning into another child-like mentality. But I saw love, and also apart from love, I saw the love that they have between them and the children,
Yeah.
despite them kwa wazee
Yeah.
and the grandchildren. Like there's just extension of nothing but just laughter and love. That is what I saw.
It also goes back. I think we've talked about this upbringing. You see how you upbring everybody. That is the same way your kids are gonna bring their kids,
True.
and that is the same way.
Exactly.
Yeah, it goes back because if you are that strict person, you're strict. That is what they do, and the other. But if you're like upbringing, even sometimes there are things you do and you're like, this is just what my mom would do, or this is just my mom in me, or this is just this in me, you know. So it all goes back to upbringing. How you upbring your child, how you nurture your child, that is what they'll become. If you want them to be the best version, nurture them in the best way that you can.
And I also feel like they die happy. Like most of the people who have really functional families till the end. Like if these two couples kama watakufa pamoja ama kama watakuwa pamoja milele, like they die happy. Personally, I want to give an example to my late auntie who passed away last year. And I remember when we went to the burial, I've never seen pain in a man like I saw the pain in my uncle's face. Like I've never seen pain like that in a man, like because of them losing someone they love. Normally you know, kujifanya sugu, but this guy really broke down, expressing how much love he had for our aunt, and literally how she was just everything. It was just something amazing, and I'm like, God damn, imagine Sakamwangezeka, because the love, even when she was sick, you could see it there. Imagine you being sick and having a partner mwenye anakuosha, wezi move and anakulisha, endo kila kitu kwako. So like, it's super amazing, you know. But anyway,
love exists, guys.
It is there. I keep on telling these people from Black Hot Fire, John Mosquito, you hear? Love is there. Literally, you know, you just need to get the right people. The right person who belongs to you, not the right people, the person who belongs to you. But he also adds, as we wind up, I turned out alright after a bad start, but I wouldn't entirely blame that on my family. They did the best with what they knew and had. I agree, but also I agree, you actually can't blame our parents, because that's what they knew best. Like they didn't know we had an option, thinking otherwise of I can be a softer parent, you know. They just knew nothing but just being harsh and all that. But we had Iwatons, we had you. You know, also see John Mosquito also says all families have some form of dysfunction. No family is perfect. I agree.
Yeah, none is perfect.
I agree. And also he says the last one is that life has a way of balancing you out to bring the best out of you.
Exactly.
So what you call dysfunction could just be, let me get that just a minute, could just be a little trying to bring the best out of you, if I got that correct.
Yeah, which makes sense.
But anyway, family, we're coming to the end of today's conversation. This has been the Tubonge, of course, with us, the three musketeers today, literally. Today we don't have the male figures in the house, but of course, well presented.
Dysfunctional show.
Wow, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. It's been a dysfunctional show.
It's one-sided, but we had the
Dysfunctional
men.
week, actually.
Yeah, we had the men here.
Yeah, we're Jerome Mosquito.
Okay,
Shout out to also Mr. Black on Fire. Shout out to everyone, Ray Classic on the TikTok page and everyone on the website as well. I saw a couple numbers of you guys learn to actually normalize commenting kindly. Have yourselves a beautiful day. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah.